Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today the plan is to go in the Warrens, to the medium here, gather 3 grain sacks, and get a lot of money, as much as we can, because the ante, we're going to be getting some antiques, which will be worth quite a bit of gold. She also raises the gold cap a little bit, and we have this nice little trinket on Ghost here, gets us extra gold chance on kill. So we're going to be stacking gold and antiques while we're in the Warrens. It also gets us this Blighted Respirator for the Estranged, which does extra stuff versus Blighted, which is going to be handy later down the road. So that's going to be the plan, is just go in there, hopefully get through it this time. So the party here is Vetra. We haven't taken her out in a little bit. She's mainly going to be using Phaser and High Voltage, but we do have Amplify, or if we run into anything that takes a little bit more oomph to take out. This ups the entire party's critical multiplier by 50%, also gives her a very nice riposte. Phaser here is just to shuffle back and forth, also minuses speed and crit on whoever she hits. Otherwise we have High Voltage for a higher hit, also bypasses riposte, and does more damage on a crit than normal, plus 25% damage on a crit. It will lower her health by a little bit if she's above 25% health, so I do have to be a little bit careful there, but that's alright. All of her attacks do count as ranged, so I do have the Archer's Ring on her, and we have Brawler's Glove, so if she's in position 1, she gets even more crit, going into High Voltage, having, higher crit rate and higher damage on crit. And if she's in position 2, because she will be dancing with Ghost, she gets just plus 2 damage. And then just because I have a chance at her being at lower health, she has less cast. It might help us out. Then pre-mentioned Ghost, Nail Strike, Piercing Slash to dance forward and back, Lacerating Cyclone for a bleed, which might be nice, and Crippling Lunge to get back into row 1 and 2. We have the pre-mentioned Gathering Swarm, which is minus 2 speed, but we're still going to have a 6 speed, and then plus 75% gold chance on kill. And then we have the Beast Slayer Ring for plus 25% damage versus Beast. We are going into the Warren, so everything in here should be a Beast for the most part. We then have Sarmenti, the Jester, mainly using Harvest or Slice Off to do bleeding damage. We also have Dirk Stab to move forward or Finale to move back. We have the Surgical Gloves on him, so plus 5 accuracy, plus 8 crit on all melee skills. Everything here is a melee skill. It also gives him minus 20% move resistance and debuff resistance, but that's kind of whatever. And we have Diggs' Head, so plus 20% scouting chance and plus 15 armor piercing. Finally, the ante with Nervous Stab mainly. If I'm not using Invigorating Vapors for the dodge, we'll be using Nervous Stab. That's about it for her. We have Aggression Tactics for plus Monster's Surprise chance, just so I can surprise them, take them out faster, and not get hit. And otherwise Snack Sack, so I'm not using as much food on her, and she gets more healing from food. And that's gonna be the plan. So let's go in here, get the Bladed Respirator, some portraits, some more money. I'm just gonna take all the food for healing, a few shovels, definitely gonna take all the bandages I can, and some medicinal herbs, and torches, and some keys.
Even the
this is an easy map.
lay down when it is not eaten. Steal their food.
So let's go left, up, right, down. If there's anything in the middle, we can go get it, then down. Ooh, Bristle and Bone and a Ground Tunneler. Haven't seen them in a while. Finale to move back. Let's try to take out the Slasher.
Back to the pit.
We're going to have Montgomery move back anyway. So Piercing Slash hit the Ghast. I forgot to rename her, and I forget what the auntie's name is off the top of my head. I know I can look it up really quick though, so we'll just keep her Montgomery for now. Moving forward with Vetra. So we're just going to do Phaser so I can move forward. Moving back.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Compared to the Courtyard, what was it, last episode or 2 episodes ago? That 18 crit stress is not bad at all. Or was that a crit? I don't know. Either way, that was nothing.
A faint.
Alright. Up dodge. Then we will Nail Strike going forward at the Spine Eater. Dirk Stab. I clicked the wrong thing. Then Piercing Slash. We are going to slice off on the ground tunneler, trying to get it bleeding. That did not happen. Nervous Stab, get the block off a Spine Eater. We're going to Phaser again, just so I can move back and get Piercing Slash ready. I know I can use it from row 2, but better to use it from row 1, I think. Then Phaser the ground tunneler. Passing. Bop.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
And bop. Antique. Almost a stack of gold. Or I guess it's not really with the ante aboard, but that's fine. Using some food because we're gonna find more. I hope. Actually, now that I think about it. And some cultists that we have surprised. I up dodge. Harvest. Get him bleeding. We are going to Phaser the Acolyte. That's the wrong move, and we missed. Ace Rating Cyclone, get him bleeding. Shuffle ourselves. One Acolyte goes down to bleed.
The slow death.
Not sure that counts as a kill for Ghost, though.
Unforgiving.
Horrible accuracy on them. I love it. I love it so much. We're gonna Phaser the Brawler. That way we do damage and we can move forward. Another one goes down.
Cuts on its own.
Dirk Stab the Brawler. That way we can Piercing Slash and hopefully take him down. Definitely taking him down now.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Phaser again so we don't do damage to myself. Just gonna move back. Dirk Stab. Piercing Slash. Well, that didn't do much, but we got Montgomery for that. 17,000 gold, so 2,500 there. Nice little stack.
And insidious
All
killer.
party order, and he can do this.
Wealth beyond
More money, another antique, and some
to the
buffs.
brave and the foolhardy alike.
And a lovely scout.
A handsome reward.
Antique, money,
Task well performed.
use the torch. Vetra for trap. Part of me wants to do it because I know I'm going to need the extra invitations. And part of me just says screw it. But I'm going to need the extra invitations. I really, really am.
Annihilated.
Vetra's really not looking good. Alright, Piercing Slash. Harvest. Get him bleeding. Anti can take this one out.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Do not give Ghost the... Please, thank you. I take this sycophant out. We're not hurting ourselves anymore. Benelli. There we go. Give invitation.
Be wary.
Get rid of slippery boots for that.
Pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
On we go. I'm gonna go to this and do the full workaround like I said. Oh, he's exactly what I needed to see right now. Lovely. Alright. So, take out Urchin. Really wanted to. Base rating Cyclone might do the job there. Or, you know, Harvest crit. Base rating, get them both bleeding. And then up dodge. You know, I should have probably used Amplify there.
Diminished.
It's never too late.
A brilliant confluence of...
Then we can do this again, get them bleeding. That crit heal. Yikes. Up dodge again. Some good it's doing us. I mean, it actually did do some good there. Alright, crippling lunge, take out patient. I can't voltage the thing I want. So... Oof. What's your bleed resistance here? 60%? We'll go for it. And we got blood. Lovely. Actually, because of the thing there, we can use the bandage. That's actually awesome. Okay. Because we got an extra move there after using phaser. So that saved us a little bit. What gets cured there? I think it's just debuffs. We can harvest, that way we can hit the Urchin some more. 4 bleed, 3 health. Can't lace rating, but I can piercing slash. Let's get rid of that damage debuff. That way I can hit the Chirurgeon. Don't tell me you just re-stealthed yourself. Getting him is gonna be a pain. Well, we'll do this again.
Wonderfully executed.
And bandage ourselves because we can. I have a stupid plan here. Well, I mean, I might not even have to use it, so let's crippling lunge. I think yeah, Chirurgeon down, just this guy left. Up our dodge. Hopefully he misses. Skulking step at least hit, but, I mean, what else does he have? So weird to see this thing's corpse and still have an Urchin around. I mean, I gotta pass. There's nothing I can do here. I was not thinking stealth mechanics would go on this long. At least it's out now. It didn't do too much damage to me. Alright, no one has a disease, yeah.
So
the medicinal leeches aren't going to do too much for me.
Trick of the light.
Use the torch. I was thinking I had portraits, but I guess I don't. I have 2 stacks of 2,500 gold already. I definitely need the deeds. I think we can give up the bus because this is more or less another money run. Yeah, we can leave that. I'll party order before I forget. I need the invitations. I'm gonna need them. Alright, so we're gonna harvest.
A powerful blow.
Really wanted that sycophant bleeding. And watch me get the Crimson Curse now that I gave up the leeches that can cure it. Alright, Cyclone. Messenger bleeds out.
A singular strike.
Just sycophant left. And then we can phaser it. It bleeds out. Or actually, no, it has a 2 bleed on it. Not a 4. Depending upon what it does, it's gonna live. Lovely. But Piercing Splash, it goes down. We get more money. Yay! 1,300 gold. Minor Antique, we have 8 of those. Take another invitation, and I really should be taking the blood. Problem here is I don't want to give up more supplies, considering these are all kind of vital. So, we'll leave the blood. How much is it? 8 times 5 is 4,000. And then 5,000 here, so that's 9,000. I have 10,000 gold right there. That's amazing for how little in here I am. Alright, Skulker needs to go. Lace rating, get him bleeding, we miss. Harvest, get him bleeding. He's got 2 health left, so if I whack him, which I miss. Missed him how many times there? But at least he's skittered. So now he bleeds out on his next turn, stealth doesn't matter.
As life ebbs,
What's gonna suck now is the rest of this.
vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Oof, I'm sorry, Sarmenti. Well, Phaser. Let's hit the Spine Eater. I was actually thinking Vetra would be the one to go there. Piercing Slash hit Chopper, Chopper down. Up dodge. Actually missed Ghost, wow. A high voltage Spine Eater again. I think that's going to make it go to Aegis. Hit Chopper again. Woo! Bandage up, hit Chopper because Aegis. Man Ghost. He just decided no today. Chopper, or Spine Eater down. Chopper down. Give money. In Sarmenti back. Alright, Minor Antique, money. We're gonna camp here. Meaning feast for the stress. Take surgical gloves back. Take deeds. Do I continue? I know it's a bad idea. Yeah, we are. At least for a little bit. I need to get 3 grain sacks, and I haven't seen a single one, meaning they're all on this side. What we'll do is this. Take the medicinal herb. Alright, I know that's a horrible idea, but it's something. Alright, we're gonna strange powders on Vetra. Trinket scrounge, hoping I get something useful. This is something I was looking for, or looking at with another dungeon, so I'm glad I got this. As long as there's not a blockage in these 2 hallways, I'm fine. Yeah, so I'll just be smart about how I go about this. Then, wound care on Vetra. Quick focus for the speed and the heal. Delicate offering for the minus stress on Montgomery. No nighttime ambush. Or getting the damage up on Ghost.
And purpose is made clear.
And I'm gonna go through these 3, then go back. I'm gonna ignore this. Ooh. I know this is a bad idea. Especially considering I need the grain sacks, but... Take the grain sacks over the key for now. This is just a battle room, so I don't need to go in there. We're gonna go all the way back down to the entrance. Then I'm gonna pop up to that curio in the trap, de-stress with that, then go to this curio and battle hallway.
The light, the promise of safety.
We got this. We got this. I just need to be smart and everything's okay. Hunger check actually helps with the heals, so I'm not... Look at that cute little piggy in there. Map inside it helps. Show. Okay. That's actually what I wanted to see. De-stress. Vetra. If Ghost gets afflicted, it's not the worst thing in the world. Look at this cute little piggy in there. I don't know which model that is actually, though. Another map, please. Battle room with Curio. Okay, so I have a while to go, but at least I'm not seeing too many battles. Lace raiding might take these 2 out. If I bleed them, they're gone. High voltage.
Another
Battle over.
abomination cleansed from our lands. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Ooh, okay. We can leave the sapphire. That's fine. That's fine. Torch. To the battle room with Curio. Vetra again for trap. Torch. Ignore book. In battle room. Now, that's going to be super helpful back there. Now, what I want to do, probably a bad idea, but we're going to amplify for the Riposte because they have 2 big AoEs. We're going to lace raiding Cyclone, hitting both of them, bleeding them. Between that bleed and his hit there, he's going to go down. We're going to hit the Firemouth because I want them down. Riposte is going to take them out. Oh, come on. Detra.
Terrible assault cannot
Come
be
on.
answered.
You missed twice with that, and I needed you to hit. At least you got the Firemouth. There's him down no matter what. Okay. Crippling lunge. I think that does more damage. Yeah, crippling lunge. Phaser. At least it lowers his crit rate. Up dodge. We need it. Okay, he went at Montgomery. And he still got the crit with the minus crit rate. He has 17 health. We can take that out pretty easy. I was hoping we'd go before Montgomery did, though. He bleeds out.
Their cursed champion falls.
Taking what we can.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the tasks.
Those aren't going to be worth a gold stack. Alright, default party order. Using medicinal herbs on this so we can heal. Take antique, take torch. Oh, that's going to do 8 damage. That's not good. Moving up. De-stressing with trap. How much does food actually heal you? For 2? Torch. Can get rid of a negative quirk. Let's get rid of skittish. Then I don't know anything anymore because we haven't scouted. Curio, Curio, Curio. I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna try to go up to that room. See if I scout. At least we dodged. Food. I don't have the bandages. We know this is a quest location. Hunger check, we're fine. I don't have keys anymore. Okay. Well, we know where everything is. So, that's the biggest bonus there is. Gonna take the food. I need the torch for that. I don't know if I'm gonna need the herbs for over there, so we'll just leave the money. I'm gonna get rid of one of the phobias with the torch. That way we can run in here, do this fight, which I didn't know would be a fight, so I should have probably healed. Blast the slasher. No, we're gonna go for the... Yes, slasher. Because then we can lace raiding cyclone and take him out. That also bleeds the heinous fleshling. We can then take out. So Skulker left. We have one stunned,
How quickly
which is
the
really not good. And she's at Death's Door. Vetra's at... Oh, not at Death's Door because you missed. Cool. I'm gonna phaser you so we shuffle you, hopefully. Not in the spot I needed, but that's fine. Moving forward. I might be able to take out the Skulker. That's the scariest thing to me. Really, it went at Montgomery there, huh? Piercing Slash. Then if I can't high voltage you. Do that to shuffle. Not the place I wanted, but that's fine. 3 in a row. Alright, up dodge, up dodge. Montgomery gonna live. And high voltage.
Impressive.
Ooh. Oh, I knew taking those rare antiques would be a good idea.
And driven into the mud.
Take the money, take all the money, leave the jade. Just in case there's a fight on the way back.
Glittering gold, trinkets and balls.
I know this is a horribly stupid idea,
In blood.
but leaving the food. Gonna go up to the secret door. Extra money, extra minor antique. I do want this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of the snack sack. So surgical gloves for snack sack. Get rid of snack sack for the wayward compass, which is scouting, chance, and crit for the vessel, which is ghost here. I'm just not getting rid of either of these trinkets. But this is handy for different situations. If I weren't in the cove, or the warrens here. Also, I love the background that they did here. Look at all the heads. And then, like, the variations of the different summons that you could have. That's like an occultist here. Really cool. Alright, going back down. Reason I didn't get rid of these medicinal herbs is they could be used on these curios. Oh, I tried to actually switch to Montgomery for that. I guessed wrong, but... Actually, I'm going to be getting rid of that portrait. Or this. Because they don't stack yet, because I haven't gotten to the... I haven't gotten any of the quest stacking things, so... Alright, that was really, really lucrative. I probably can reel back on the money runs for now and focus more on
And the swine.
heirlooms for a little while. So that's another 26,000. I have over 100,000 in the estate. That means every run I'm getting a roughly 6,000-7,000. I have, yeah, close to 200,000 now, so I'm getting roughly 10,000 from the bank every run I do if I don't upgrade things. So I can focus more on heirlooms for a little while, replenishing heroes like Sarmenti, things like that, as long as I'm not spending too much. So probably focusing more on getting heirlooms, getting... Yeah, I guess I don't have that much. I thought I did, but I spent a little bit. Supplies don't cost anything this time though, so that's going to be super helpful. But I'm also getting some kind of bad quirks off while I'm at it as well, like forced interactions like Necromania here. Well, they're cheap. Another Necromania. probably need to get Corvid's blindness off of you. I need to get a lot of things off of you if I'm being totally honest. Disease off of Reynold. Yeah, let's get Bloodthirsty off first, just in case I'm forced to use Finn for something. Then we can get Corvid's blindness. At the Stagecoach, I don't think we have a Houndmaster.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond.
We have an Uncrowned, we have a Ripperkin, and we have Judicators. If I get a few more crests, we can upgrade the Hero Barracks to the last level, which will be really nice. Nothing at the Nomad Wagon, of course. And that got the Incohate Flesh available, which is nice, because that's another boss that might have a trinket available for us. Did I actually lose Dismas's head? Oh, unfortunate. So it just occurred to me that I lost Dismas's head, because I'm pretty sure I had all the vanilla heads, and I don't have Dismas's right now, which is kinda unfortunate. Oh well, we got other trinkets to use. That'll be fun. But I was kind of hoping to use Dismas's. Alright, so the plan is to go into the ruins. I'm gonna try to get this Warrior Bracer, which is a decent trinket for some starter stuff. It can help out with some of the melee skills that we have going on. And get a few buffs, some gold, stuff like that. We're going to be using Amani, the Shield Breaker. She's going to have Brother's Gloves while she's dancing, so if she's in position 1, she gets plus 10 crit. If she's in position 2, she gets plus 2 damage, and she's going to have the Poison Skull on her, so plus 6 crit versus anything that's bladed. We have a Blading Party, and plus 20% damage versus anything that's bladed. On attack hit, she'll also blade anything 1 for 3 rounds. For her attacks, we have Pierce for armor piercing. We have Adder's Kiss to move from row 1 back, blading 3 for 3 rounds. We have Captivate to hit for range. It's a 3 for 3 blade, doing damage versus anything that's marked. And we have Serpent Sway to give her blocks. We've seen how blocks kind of help me out in here. Then we have Maudit the Legion, who I'm going to use a little bit differently today. Usually, Devil Axe is the big damage dealer, ignore riposte, low accuracy, big hit, has a chance to deal 100% of the damage dealt to the target back to him, and will leave no corpse. I still have that on if I want to use it, however, its damage is really nerfed. So I probably won't be using it because of the Venom Axe I have on him, which does minus 65% damage on all melee skills, but plus 12 accuracy on them. So instead of hitting for like, oh god, what was it hitting for, like 15? It's probably gonna hit for like 5. Instead, we're gonna be using Overwhelm a lot, which hits for about half of what Devil Axe does, but instead we're gonna be doing on-hit Blight with him. So the Overwhelm is gonna be hitting the first 2 rows, doing a 3 for 3 Blight for do like 2 damage each on the first 2 rows, but then blighting them. I also have Tomahawk on him if I want to hit the melee, like back rows, but that won't blight at all. That still keeps its normal damage. And we have Last Laugh if he drops too low of a health as a mark, so other people get plus damage. And then I have Surgical Gloves on him for plus accuracy and crit, just so Overwhelm lands. We then have Mackle. We then have Mackle, the Aesthetist. Since our original Aesthetist died, just going with some of the randomly generated names here. He has L-Light for minus accuracy. We're going to be usually using Valora here for the Blight and the plus crit versus marked. It will also transfer any Blight or mark from him to the target. We have L Silence if I want to silence the target. I really need to learn to start using this on things like the Shambler. And then we have Protector of Beauty if I want to guard or clear a stun and give him a riposte. We also have Archer's Ring because all of his skills count as range, so this will give him plus accuracy, and Aggression Tactics just to give plus chance on monster surprise. To round things off, we have the Audrey the Grave Robber with Thrown Dagger, damage versus blight, damage versus marked, self plus accuracy, and poison dart as a 3 for 4 blight. I gave her the dodge stone to up her dodge to 16, and then she has Makiak's head on her. I know that other than her poison darts lowering the blight resistance, she doesn't really have a debuff, but it does come with the on hit lower their dodge while they're bladed, so that is a little bit of a bonus there. So let's get into some shenanigans here, see what we can do, and just have some fun.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar.
Since we have to explore rooms, let's go down. Alright. Specter down, then Observer, Terrifying, Defender, if I can help it. Blighting her. Add her Kiss, blighting her, she goes down to Blight. Then we're gonna Overwhelm, just because that's what he can hit. That should blight them. Crit for 3 just sounds so bad on the Legion, but it is what it is. Gonna Valora, hitting the Observer, blighting it. Crit for 7, I love it. And a blight for 2. Specter goes down. I believe Terrifying doesn't wake up, it just shakes there.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
1 more damage on Observer, it goes down. Plus damage on the Defender isn't horrible. So let's Valora the Terrifying, blighting it, waking it up. Thrown Dagger, actually. Yeah, Thrown Dagger onto Terrifying. Overwhelm, blighting them, Terrifying goes down. And then Captivate, hitting Observer.
Continually
Just Defender left.
destroy.
Who went down to Blight.
All.
I didn't check his health, so I didn't know how much health he had left. All party orders, so we can add our Kiss again.
Too will resistance.
And in we go. Torch up. Up we go. There's another fight. Who would have thought? So main goal this time is mainly just heirlooms, if I can help it. We'll be tossing most of the gold stuff. Jailer goes, or Torturer goes first, if I can help it. Overwhelm.
A decisive pummeling.
That's 6 out of 7. Ooh, that just seems like a lot of extra damage to put on him. Let's make sure the Bone Rabble goes down as well. And then I can Pierce just to stay up front. Put some damage on the Flawed Observer. Torture is gonna go down to Blight. So it seems like a little bit of voice. I know it's some damage to me, which is not great. But then almost drops to Blight. Torturer drops to Blight.
A death by inches.
By Overwhelm, they go down and we just have Terrifying left.
Precision and power. The slow death.
Now Overwhelm hits Terrifying.
Unforgiving.
Ah, hell. That's what I didn't want to have happen.
The abyss.
Now we might have the holders show up.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Leaving the journal, taking the busts. I want them. Going to the side. Grave Rubber for traps? Yes, 100% chance. Leaving books. Books are bad. We can eat. We're gonna leave that because Blight Chance versus Bloodsuckers sucks. And you.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Food might be helpful. Oh, unholy hell. Not the Gorgon already. Resisted with the 33, are you kidding me?
Impressive.
There we go. Well, we'll see how this goes now. 6 damage and the Oregon goes down and my little grudge is settled for now. We'll get the claw.
Well struck.
And it resisted the blight. How about now? There we go. Debuff is plus bleed amount received. Well, let's go for a shield, dude. He's down. Overwhelm blighting them. If we can. They both resisted. At least Claw goes on its next turn, so we just have the flower left. Because I'm not pronouncing these names. Even if I tried for hours, I probably would get them wrong. And look at the stress on... I know we started with some on our status, but geez.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
Alright, well, we got the protective padlock, which I find to usually be junk minus damage received. Coin bug cracker, plus crit, plus dodge, minus blight resistance. Full stack of busts, some crests. And we'll leave the... we'll get rid of the anti-venom there. Yep.
A fortune.
Take everything there.
To be spent.
And we get to go down. Hunger check. There's this trap here, which if we fail, we have to do another fight. Torch up again. Go to the side. Ooh. This is extra damage, so let's go on the shield breaker. 20% damage until camp. There is no camp. So it's 50% blight resistance on the supplicants, but it's 80 on that sycophant. So I'm probably going to try something else on the sycophant, damage-wise. Let's Valora it. If I can blight it, it goes down. Then if I pierce, I might take it out if I were to hit. Lovely. Then Devil Axe would blight this one.
A singular strike.
And the first time I used it, I hit myself. Wow. At least it was only 6 damage. Not worth the 3 blight on it.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ay. At least he can transfer this mark and blight. So we're probably gonna hit the sycophant. Oh, lovely. Hit the sycophant. Overwhelm. There we go.
Executed.
That doesn't have an attack back. No chance of hitting myself with Overwhelm. Valora. Transfer Blight, Transfer Bleed. Or the mark there. It resists that. That's unfortunate. But at least we got rid of it. Alright, take what we can. I'm actually going to get rid of Protective Padlock for the blood. Then the Jade for the deeds there. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Alright. I'm going to go down first. Then we're going to leave this for on the way back. 60, 50, 40. I'll take the 60. De-stressed if I can. Once again, leaving that for on the way back. Ay. Alright, take out Jailer. Torturer. We missed. Would've thunk. Overwhelm. Blight for 6 out of 7 health. That's my luck, folks. At least Legion is now doing the riposte. And then we can bandage first, and then Valora the observer, because screw that thing in particular. Overwhelm, that way we get the soldier. Soldier has 6 blight, it goes down. Throw and dagger, hit observer. Then, because you go down, let's just do Serpent Sway, get the blocks. Valora. And Overwhelm. Now you go down. Hop. Alright, well, take the busts. The bag of marbles can actually be helpful, so I'm going to get rid of the onyx for those. And take this.
A handsome reward.
Which I want the crests. I really, really want them. So let's get rid of the money for them. Because like I said, heirloom run. Leaving that, screw him. Eat. We don't have much food left. That's unfortunate.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
Doubt we'll find any in here, but can always check. And trek back. I only need one more room, but a hunger check might get me soon. Ah, there's another fight. He's been showing up a lot lately. Not been finding things from here be monsters. Alright, well, Urchin needs to go away.
Another abomination.
Got that quick.
From our lands.
We're gonna last laugh on patient that we can't hit. And then overwhelm blading these guys.
Inspiration. And
then we're gonna 10 plus Valora. We might be able to get this patient down with a Valora in this. Oof, that hurts. Okay. So bleeding 2 for 2. I'm gonna take that on the Aesthete for now, and then blast the patient. The Legion is the one I can't have that on. And poison the patient. 6 for 6. We might be losing the Legion.
Ebbs. Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Hit the patient again, it blights out. I can't do anything about the bleed. What I can do is adjust in case it's Protector of Beauty. And the gamble worked. Bandage. Last laugh. Marking him. That would have bled us, well. And we're going to use the holy water so we don't bleed. And overwhelm. Lighting him. Poison darts. So that's 3 for 5 because he resisted. Valora has a higher crit rate, so 60% chance to crit. Lighted 5 for 5. Come on, Legion buddy. Good resist there. 8 for 5. Gonna pop holy water there. Add our kiss. 12 for 5. Just need 2 more damage. 2 more damage, guys. There we go. We do it.
Horrors.
We do it.
And driven into the mud.
It's too bad I can't bring these medicinal leeches home because I could cure the Did someone get the Crimson Curse earlier? I forget. So I was like, I can cure the Crimson Curse with this. But then I remembered that this fight also cures the Crimson Curse. Alright, we need to cure that bleed there. We need to get Legion off of Death's Door. Take the puzzling trapezohedrons. Gonna default party order. I'm gonna take the busts. So I feel it's safe to get rid of the keys.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of...
So all I need to do is get to that room right there, which is 1 battle, 1 curio. Screw the beholders. Blighting the Arbalest. I feel like that's the biggest danger actually right here. Gonna last laugh on him to mark him for Valora. But then we're gonna overwhelm these two, blighting them. Plus damage and crit. Gotta love it. Alright, taking out Beholder Claw. I blight it, it goes down. It did not blight. Lovely. Valora on Arbalest. I blight it, it goes down. It did blight, so just Claw's turn left. Which this is probably gonna hurt. At least I reposted it.
In a single strike.
Legion, you're fine. Legion, you're fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Marking the flower. Overwhelm. Oh. How did it hit that high with the Venom Axe?
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Oh, plus 50% max damage range, probably because he's on Death's Door. Legion, I love you, buddy. You just made that work. Great job, man. Now you just need to get to the end. You just need to make it to this room. You did it, buddy. You have pulled through again. You pulled through again.
Shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry.
Oh man, I'm not sure if he loves that because like he loves combat and everything. I think that was in his lore. Or if he's just like, why are you doing this to me? Also, all of these busts, all of the crests, I can make upgrades in the Hamlet. And I only came out with like 11,000 in treasure. So Money hit level 1, he didn't hit level 2. He's courtyard guard, or he's courtyard phobe after that because of all of the bloodsuckers. On guard, I would be 2, plus speed, plus dodge on first round. Curious and Mockle. And on Michael, the status, so I need to get rid of that. And Meticulous Striker on Audrey.
In time, you will know the tragic extent
So,
of my failings.
The treatment ward with you. Oh, there's so much to get rid of there. And Finn also needs to get rid of Corvid's blindness. I don't think I have any more diseases though, thankfully. And I can get the Do I have an occultist? I have an occultist, okay. I can get the final hero barracks upgrade, which is 76. So I can have 76 heroes in the estate with Cerebral Sing. I know how to edit it, but that's more than enough heroes. And that was a little close for comfort. I do see a very good trinket in the Warrens, so I might need to go get that next, depending upon what everything else looks like. I was just kind of looking around to see what everything was. Yeah, so I'm probably going to go get these Bloody Tears in the Warrens next time. So that probably means like a full-out damage armor piercing team or a bleeding team in the Warrens. Probably going all in on heirloom gathering and trinket gathering again because I feel fine on money. As long as that just continues to accrue interest and I just grab stuff, I'm fine. So I'm not sure who will be bringing on that. Probably the Houndmaster, probably a Falconeer. After that, I don't know, but we'll figure that out next time. And we'll go from there. So as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.